Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'm going to teach you some basics of animation with cores. So first of all, you're going to want to learn how to load a map. So basically, you're going to right click with your mouse and then this will pop up. Click on load map and you probably won't, and basically it should show something like this. Now, I do recommend getting the Portal 2 DSC, or getting a workshop. So what we're going to do is we're going to go using our workshop, but for this I think we'll go with workshop. You might want to download some workshop items first. I recommend some test chambers and maps, and then what we're going to do is we're going to click open. Now, because my PC is a little potato, we will have to wait a bit. Chances are, if your PC isn't that good, it will probably say not responding, and then it will go back up. And at some point, we should get our map out. So, yeah. Like that, as you can see, like it suddenly changed, and now, but I still can't click anything. Anyways, so chances are, if you got a workshop map, chances are your camera will be under it. So first, we're going to need to get you used to the controls. So when you want to move, what you're going to do is you're going to find this camera area. It should say at the top primary viewport. And then you're going to click. Moving your mouse around moves the camera. You can also use W, A, S, and D to move around. Your slider changes the FOV. For some reason mine is inverted. And yeah. So this down here is where all of your animation will, most of your animation will probably be. Yeah. So this is basically a movie thing. It shows like it's not the animation area. This you can use, but this is going to be really useful later on. So first of all, we need something. So we're going to click on this plus up here over at the animation set editor, and you're going to click create animation set for new model. Chances are you've got some workshop items, and trust me, you should definitely get workshop items. Even if you got the Portal DLC, there will be no cores in that. Also, you may have to wait a bit for these models to show up. As you can see, I've got a tiny little plushie turtle right here. You can... Oh, and I've now got a cube. And at some point, it's a cube plush. It's got the map editor and the office control. And at some point, we should get a core. I recommend the GLaDOS and Virgil cores. They are amazing cores. So let's just open it up. So using our controls, we can move, and now you will see this. This normally will open whenever you create a new. This is your camera, and it for some reason opens when you do this. Now, before you start moving your thing, click on that plus over there. You should see it, and then click on unknown. This is quite a long thing, but I'll tell you what you need. Sphere root is the most important thing. It is what allows your core to be able to be pushed around and moved. Do not use the main core. Do not use whatever this is. If you use that, it will move them in a funky way and suddenly it will look pretty bad. Which you don't want in an animation. So as you can see, I can rotate my core now, and what's going to happen is I'm going to put them down. There are some important things that you'll need to know. First of all, this animation tutorial is not going to be telling you about lighting. I haven't figured it out as well. So sphere root is very important for core animations. What you're going to need next is to know what all of these are. So handle upper and handle lower are also pretty important for animation. But the most important ones are eyeball eye and eyeball upper main and eyeball lower main. So if I go close to this, I can move these up and down now. I can make him open his eyes. His eye. The eyeball eye allows for you to move the eye. Now for this animation, move the handle in this way. I'm going to click on sphere root and put it down like this, and then move it like this. As you can see, it's clipping. Do not have clipping in your animations, especially core animations. Next we're going to have to find out a plot. If your animation is just going to be a core animation test, that is perfectly fine with me. So this is probably the only time when you're going to use this. Once you get the first area of what you want your animation, of what you want your things to start as, click on not the green square but the text next to it, and click M. Suddenly every single thing is now saved up. Now, before you start moving around, how are you supposed to animate? You don't know how to do this yet. So first of all, we're going to move this, and we're going to make him so that he looks up. It's going to look up like that. As you can see, now he is looking up, and if we click the up arrow, which is to go to the start of the frame, and then if we click space or click this right here, look at that. His face moves up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make it so that he's going to turn, he's going to go back, and he's going to look down. Then, as you can see, these are what I like to call motion bookmarks. I'll call them motion bookmarks. Basically, these are all the key points. The area and through it is just filled out by the Source Filmmaker engine. So, now as you can see, this guy can move like this. Also, I recommend curve fit for newer animations. I don't know why, it just makes the animation seem smoother. Anyways, so he's finally gonna look back up. Then he's gonna blink. But if I do this normally, what's gonna happen is it's gonna blink over this long amount of time. So what we're going to do is we're going to go a bit back, and click M, and then we're going to go back to the lower main and also click M. Then go to the upper main, go to the amount of time between the blink, and move 1 to there. Then you're going to go to eyelid lower main without moving this, and you're going to put that up, which allows for perfectly blind pose. Then of course you're going to do the same thing but in the opposite way, which allows for your character to be able to successfully do a blink. And now if you click the play button, it's going to move around and then he blinks. So if that's all you want for your animation, it's perfectly fine. But I want something to happen. So what if something hits him and he gets knocked off? I think that'd be a pretty funny story. Pretty funny thing. Now, if you want to add any lighting for the eye, just the eye, put a light like that. Get a light, drag the light over to here, and then just simply, and then you're able to aim where you want the eye to be. So that is basically it for a tiny animation. But what if you want a bigger one? So first of all, you're gonna need what these controls are. This is the move. It allows you to move them around. This is the rotating. This is the screen. Basically, I just like it's good. I don't really know why this exists. It's not really that useful for animations, to be honest. So also, I'm just gonna say a big shout out to the creator of this map. It is an amazing map. Okay, up next, what we're gonna need to do is we're gonna need to find out what is gonna fall and hit him. So we're gonna go into the new models. You just gotta find out. So we've got a bunch of models. What about the plushy turret hits him? So if we open it, the plushy turret, we will find out where that went. Plushy turret. I don't think. Oh, there it is. So there's our little plushy turret right there. Still don't know how that works. Oh crap. But as you can see, that's probably why you shouldn't play like that. Anyways, if you do a mistake like that, you can just simply click the delete key button. And then we're going to go back, and you get to click the plus, and I'm going to click unknown, and I think it's going to be this. Body does not seem to be helpful. So let's click on this, and I was completely wrong. I have not animated with this. Maybe we would transform. There we go. So this will just fall on him causing him to fall over. Or maybe he sees it, which causes him to fall over. We want a really funny little video. Oh, and also this video will be uploaded. So maybe it's right next to him, and then it falls off. And yeah, that's the story. And he looks down and he's sad. Don't have him, of course, looks sad. Somehow. So, as you can see, we're gonna move over to where we were, where we want this to happen. And then we're gonna click M before it happens. And then we're gonna click this, use this it allows us to rotate it. Also be careful on how much time between the two things happening is, because too much time can cause, let's say there's that much time, that doesn't look realistic. Meanwhile, too little time causes it to not look that realistic as well. So just remember that. Anyway, so then we're going to rotate it more, and we're going to start making it fold a bit. Meanwhile, during this, let's go back here. Click on eyeball eye, click E to go into the rotation without having to click on that. Let's make him look over at it. Now, so go back a bit before you do this. Click the M key. Oh, poor little plushie. So, as you can see, there we go. I'm going to make it rotate even more, and it's falling faster now. So, tip, at the start it should fall slowly, but then it should go faster and faster. Allows for a much more believable animation. There we go. Now, if it's off camera, you don't need to move it anymore unless the camera is going to look at it. So let's look at this entire animation. As you can see, of course, looking at it, and then it falls. Now, I did a really bad job of making it fall. And there's going to be a little pause in which the core just so slowly gets super duper sad. So he's going to look really down. And then our little Pamang go down more than usual. But we'll need to add white there. So that way it doesn't mess with it. So let's look at this entire animation one last time. So we've got a simple animation in which the plushie falls. And I know it doesn't look as good. And as you can see, he gets super sad. And that's basically the entire animation, isn't it? Clicking O removes that, so that is where we end the animation. Then we can use this, you see these two bars? Click on that and it allows you to move this over to the correct area. Then using the scroll bar, we're going to do something. It allows for a much better animation. We're going to click on effects, click add clip, and then you're going to click color correction effect. I don't know why, but it creates a great blur effect. So if you go back, it gives it just a blurry effect. And then, to make it better, we show an element viewer, we click on this, and we choose a color. What color will it be correcting? gonna choose a nice and light white. Yeah. Then, now we have this great animation. If you're doing this for YouTube or something, click on File, right here, and then before you click something, click Save. Saving is key. Then, you're going to click on Export, and then you're going to click Movie, or you can do Control M. You should see something like this, as you can see, and basically you can go into more options and see all of this, or you can just do something like that. And then you click Export Movie, and this should show up. It will take a bit amount of time, and yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope this really informed you, and bye.